All right, welcome back, everyone. We have Gregory back for another installment of Weekend TA. We are going to be looking at a few assets that have earnings coming in. For Monday, we're looking at Bank of America. For Tuesday, we're looking at Johnson and Johnson, and for Wednesday, we're looking at Tesla. We're going to start off with Bank of America on a weekly time frame. And I'm going to give you guys the bullish case, and Greg is going to give us the bearish case scenario. I'm going to start it off by just marking where I would be bullish on this asset, where I would want to enter. And it would be in this range right here, all the way to the 200 EMA. And I'm going to make this green. Lock that in. So I would try to wait for this weekly candle to come into this area around $36 to $34. And I would try to allocate a position with a stop loss probably right under that. And I can put my stop loss right around, say, coming in this area and not bouncing back right away, I would start getting worried. And that's at around $26 right there. I mean, that's a $10 gap. And I would also put one more situation right around here. So I have a few levels of areas that I would want to kick in a stop loss or start my allocation. I'm going to start getting interested in this position as soon as it gets over here on the $36 to $34 area. And then if it starts going down too hard, too fast, I'll start closing my position out at a loss and trying to reallocate that position all the way to the $25 area, and then have another stop loss, worst case scenario, completely out of this position around $20, and then wait to see when this wants to reverse. Right now, the trending action is high on the selling side due to the fact that we're trending outside the Bollinger Band and making closes outside the Bollinger Band on a weekly time frame. So next week, I can assume that the selling pressure is going to be there. I don't know how low it can go, but I would hope that it stops around $36. But if it wants, it can test all the way to 34, and then it can try to reverse a week after that. But I think next week is going to be a very a tough week for Bank of America. Hopefully, they have some good earnings coming in. What do you think, Greg?
So it's 45 or 47.
By selling, do you mean shorting?
Yeah,
Okay, you're basically shorting at that point. Yeah, that makes sense. That's exactly what I see over here. I think
yeah.
shorts are
So
going to be heavy.
I think 4 bucks max. I don't think the stock is going to much more. So realistically, what can you make? You could about size.
Right. I also agree. I don't think it's going to go even higher than 42, $43 because there's so much resistance on the top hand. I mean, the 21's at 43, but the 55 is at 41, 42. So this is the first level of resistance before it even gets to the real mid of the Bollinger Band or even the 21 EMA. So yeah, I'm going to go to
Yeah.
the
So
daily. Go ahead.
like thinking about sizing, anything pay with 5 bucks a share. That's how many I would at least I would 500 losses.
Gotcha. So
Low risk.
you're not going to panic if your position goes red for a little bit. Is basically what you're saying.
No, I expect it.
You want to enter a short, and then if it goes down $2, $3, you want to enter your long allocation.
So no, I wouldn't be long. I'd just be.
Gotcha, gotcha. So you're not trying to long this asset at all. You're just gonna open shorts, then sit on a loss, and then get out of your short as you see profit. You're not even trying to
Right.
enter along at all.
Right.
Gotcha. Do you want to even go to a daily or a 4 hour on this? I mean,
No, I think we're good on that. Or
yeah, so this asset is
comments.
tanking into earnings. What do you think, like Bank of America earnings is even going to bring? Do you think it's going to be good, or are they going to be taking showing losses?
Bank of last few quarters, I wouldn't as if
Wow, okay.
the expected or 75 cents stock, uh, a dollar or $2, but I'm going to be selling there.
Wow, yeah. I can see right here that like the 200 is actually acting as the resistance and the 21 is under the 200 pushing away the price action. Hopefully on a Monday, no matter what happens, this has a bounce at around $36 because if it doesn't bounce at 36 and it starts pushing off, this asset can start actually hurting some people and
We'll see pretty quick as
yeah,
soon as they.
gotcha. Okay, well, I'm gonna go to the next one out of Bank of America. Now let's go look at Johnson and Johnson, which has earnings out on Tuesday. I'll go to the weekly time frame as well. All right, guys, we don't know what happened, but we lost some material. We're gonna actually redo this starting with Johnson and Johnson on a weekly time frame. And as you can see, some of my lines are already here drawn from the video that got deleted, but Johnson and Johnson is basically rejecting off the Bollinger Band, and that's a little bit of a selling going on right now. I think the week when we open up, we might see a consolidation back to the 21, which is around 172 and then maybe we can find a little bit of a stopping point here and then retracement back up. It kind of just stopped after it made a high after a really long consolidation up. Aside from that, if I am entering in this area and consolidate in this consolidation, my stop loss worst case scenario is under 155 and for sure this 200 EMA. It's just that after riding up for this long, if it does decide to start losing the 21 and the 55 EMA, the sellers might start coming in heavily in a panic mode and fear mode, and then short sellers might pile on as well, driving this under the 200 on a weekly time frame. So it's going to take a few weeks for it to happen, but it's possible. So if I start losing the 100 EMA, I'm going to start considering shaving my position off on a weekly time frame. All right. Yeah, I see. There's a very it wiggles a lot and consolidates a lot on a weekly. So there's definitely opportunities left and right in this asset. I'm gonna go to the daily and then let me know if you see anything. And yeah, I'm just going to reiterate the fact that on the daily, even it rejected heavily off the 21, I mean, off the top of the Bollinger Band, and we're finding some resistance on the 21 EMA. Hopefully, the 21 EMA can hold this, and we would all like to pick it up, like you said, $6 less from current price action, which is like around 73. So you can start allocating your position from here to 73 slowly and then have a stop loss under the 100 EMA, and then waiting if it finds a base on the 200 to reallocate your position. Do you have something to say?
Yeah, I was going to say, if I get hit,
Is where the 55 EMA is, and that's where I would like to see this when I start trying to accumulate this. I'm hoping the 21 holds. If the 21 holds, it can start going up above 180. But if 21 is lost, I'm going to try to get this at the 55, and that's the bottom of the Bollinger Band too. If I see closes outside the Bollinger Band, then I'm going to be waiting to see, where the 100 and the 200 is, because if it's closing outside the Bollinger Band, it might